What up, man? Bill here. It's going to be episode. I have to relabel one of my vlogs for my recovery. I missed a week, so this is going to be 52, episode 52 of my recovery. And today's a special one because exactly 1 year ago today, I quit drinking alcohol. And exactly 2 years today, I quit doing drugs. I got clean. So yay for me. I got 1 year dry and 2 years clean. So I'm really proud of myself. Um, it's been kind of difficult at times, really. Um, I would say that, getting used to being sober is the difficult part. Getting used to being clean and sober, it's a big change, man. But I can't believe it's been a year already. It went by like that. But at the same time, it seems like it was taking forever to get a year. It's funny. But I got a year. I don't have a chip. I didn't need AA or nothing. I did it all on my own, and I'm gonna keep going with it. Um, I would say throughout the year, I've had a couple of times where you know, uh, certain things triggered it, but I was able to overcome it, and I'm glad I did because, I just like being sober. I, I just don't. I've had enough, alcohol and drugs to last me several lifetimes. Believe me, and I just, I want to progress sober and try to do better sober. And I really, really, really don't miss the hangovers. And that was one of the main driving forces of me getting off alcohol was always being hungover, man. I just hated it. Could not stand being hungover all the time. And it's really nice to not have hangovers anymore. And, even sober, there's times where I'm not feeling that great, because I am only human. And, you know, sometimes you have your ups and downs, and even like sober, I still get into my funk, my depression at times because that's just, I guess, the way it is when you're sober. For me, at times I'm still trying to get used to getting through every day without any kind of vice or elixir. Nothing's changed really. But the longer I go on without it, the more I know I can do it. So, I just really want to keep my health together because I need to and I want to and I should because I'm going to be 55 years old this year. That's starting to get up there, man. And I don't think I should be abusing my body anymore with any kind of alcohol or, you know, drugs. I think it's best that I just keep it, straight, keep it straight edge, and keep it sober, and just try to do better in life, in general, all around. I mean, it still has its challenges, and I'm not gonna lie. There was times when alcohol helped me get motivated to do things. Drugs helped me get motivated to do things, but you know, at times it kept me from doing more. I would say it kept me from doing more things than it did. You know, um, it's I'm still having motivation issues. Even being sober, I'm still having some issues getting motivated to do things. A lot of that has to do with my job. Just being a full time worker and not ever getting time off. It kind of takes the steam out of me. In order for me to get things done like I want to around here. Um, I really got to push myself, even being sober. I still have to push myself. But, you know, there's just, there's the pros and cons of drugs and alcohol, man. There's always going to be, and there's always going to be that trigger in the future. I know that. But like I said, the longer I'm, sober, the easier it is for me to overcome any kind of trigger that may happen. But I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm proud of myself. And I know people are proud of me, and I do appreciate the support. I see you guys out there, and I do appreciate it. Nobody's giving me a hard time about being sober or clean. Everybody's supportive of it, and I appreciate that, man. Even if they weren't, you know, they got their own struggles then, because I think being sober is a lot healthier and safer, and I just think it's better overall for a guy like me. I've had a lot of alcohol and drugs in my life, and I would say way more than half my life has been spent, with some kind of a vice, an elixir, and I just want to spend. I'm not saying the rest of my life sober, but at least a good chunk of it sober, a good amount, last train home, a good amount of my life I'd like to experience clean and sober, you know. And a 1 year is not that much, really. It's not. It's a nice break, but there might be a time when I get tired of being sober, and I want to take a break from that, and I might someday have a beer or a puff of weed. But I'm not going to be doing hard drugs ever, and that's that, because I know the drill on that stuff. It's not anything I should be playing with, and I don't know how long I'll be totally clean and sober, but for now and for the near future, I don't have any intention on relapsing or anything like that. Um, I like to overcome the challenges of being sober, because every time I do that, I feel like I'm a stronger, better person, because I'm doing it all on my own. I'm not doing it with any help. I'm not using anything to help me deal with anything, and I feel like I'm a lot more emotionally stable now. I'm a lot more healthier now, and I just like it, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I just wanted to chime in here with my recovery video, episode vlog number 52. Yeah, I think it's at 52. Man, it's trains galore today. It's been going all day. But anyways, feeling good. One of the main issues I'm still having is my motivation issues. But like I said, a lot of it has to do with my job, keeping me pretty occupied and tapped out most of the time. But I'm dealing with it. And if I could get some kind of amount of time off, I could really get caught up on my chores. But that doesn't look like that's going to happen, anytime soon either. So I'm just going to keep chugging along, Mr. Sober guy here. I will say, being sober has some very challenging, boring times. Okay, I get bored sometimes, and that's one of the main things drugs and alcohol does is it helps with boredom. But that's not a very healthy way to be dealing with boredom, or being stuck. I don't want to have to use any kind of drugs or alcohol to cure my boredom or help me get motivated, because it's just better to do it all myself. But anyways, I don't want this to be a 9-hour long video. I just wanted to chime in real quick for my 1 year, pat on the back for me, and kind of let you guys know what's going on with my sobriety. I'm going to keep going on with it, keep going with it because I want to, and I'm feeling good. I still have my issues, but I'll deal with them. So thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate the support. I really do. And we'll check y'all later. See ya. All right, later.